John Garrity, a structural engineer, resides in Atlanta, Georgia, together with his diabetic son Nathan and his divorced wife Allison. Along with his family and neighbors, he comes home to see the close encounter of a recently discovered interstellar comet known as Clark. John and his family are chosen for emergency sheltering, according to an automated Department of Homeland Security (DHS) message he receives while at the grocery store. Then, as he gets home, a comet fragment is shown on live television entering the atmosphere. The piece was supposed to crash in the ocean close to Bermuda, but it hits Tampa, Florida instead, destroying the entire state as well as the city. Thereafter, John gets a call telling him to get to Robins Air Force Base for an evacuation flight because Clark is headed straight for Earth and will affect the entire globe in 2 days, causing an extinction-level disaster. After packing up, Nathan, Allison, and John run away. The Garritys have to leave their car behind due to a lengthy traffic wait while traveling to the base. Unintentionally, Nathan leaves his insulin in the car. When Nathan's medical issue is revealed, disqualifying him, Allison is removed from the base as John returns to get it. When John realizes that Allison and Nathan have been left behind, he rushes to get off the plane and heads back home. As John leaves the facility, a frightened crowd bursts in, setting fire to jet fuel that had spilled, damaging many rescue aircraft. When John gets back to the car, he discovers a message from Allison informing him that she and Nathan are traveling to Lexington, Kentucky, to visit her father. Following their acquisition of medical supplies, Allison and Nathan take a trip with Ralph and Judy Vento. However, Ralph abducts Nathan with the intention of using him and the wristbands to board a plane. The driver agrees to let John off in Lexington, and he discovers a truck full of passengers traveling towards Canada. Colin, a fellow traveler, informs him that the truck is en route to Asteroid, Ontario, from whence private aircraft are departing for Greenland, thought to be the location of the military evacuation. When a second man tries to take John's wristband, the truck crashes, killing Colin. John is then compelled to defend himself by killing the other man. The Ventos try to pretend to be Nathan's parents at another Air Force base, but when the soldiers find out that Nathan is not their kid, they are taken into custody. Soon after, Allison and Nathan are reunited at a Federal Emergency Management Agency (FEMA) camp in the vicinity. John finds out the next morning that the biggest piece will land in about 24 hours. After John steals a car to get to his father-in-law Dale's place, Nathan and Allison show there. The family finds out that the refugees are being taken to a series of underground bunkers close to Patuxent Space Base in Greenland. With just enough time to get to Asteroid, the family decides that John and Allison should go, while Dale stays behind and gives them his truck. Once they arrive in upstate New York, they are forced to seek shelter beneath an underpass before proceeding to Canada due to a downpour of molten debris. The family discovers over the radio that Clark's greatest component, which is 9 miles (14 kilometers) broad, would strike and completely destroy Western Europe as they travel steadily toward Asteroid. The family just makes it to take the final aircraft out that evening when they arrive at the Asteroid airport. When a comet fragment hits off the coast of Greenland, it sends off a shockwave that hits the plane and causes it to crash land. In the instant before the largest fragment impacts Earth's atmosphere and destroys civilization, the Garritys and the other passengers flag down a military truck and head into the underground complex. After 9 months, the bunker manages to establish radio communication with other global survivors. Reports began to come in that the atmosphere is finally clearing, allowing the survivors to try to rebuild the Earth, and the Garritys and other residents leave the bunker.